In this video, we're going to be looking at solving multi-step inequalities. So it should be pretty straightforward. It's the same as solving multi-step equations. The only difference being we have to keep track of that multiplying and dividing both sides by a negative. And so our essential question will be, how do I solve multi-step inequalities? Okay, so let's go ahead and look at these. We're going to be using our P. So we'll use P. So that'll be the big thing that we use to make sure we can solve these. And the other thing will be, and I'm going to put this over in our questions column, that note about multiplying and dividing both sides by a negative. So flip the inequality when I multiply or divide both sides by a negative. So we want to make sure we flip the inequality when I multiply or divide both sides by a negative. Okay, so let's go look at number 1. First, are there any parentheses to get rid of? No, there are not. So we'll combine like terms on the on separate sides of the inequality sign. There's a 4y and an 18 here. So there's nothing to combine on this side, nothing combined on our right hand side. So let's go ahead and start manipulating this. There's two ways to do it, but let's do the more efficient route. So what I can do is I'll draw my line. And I'm going to subtract 4y from both sides, because then I'll have all my y's on one side and then my constant on the other. So we can subtract 4y from both sides, and then we'll have 18 is greater than or equal to y minus 4y is negative 3y. Then we'll divide both sides by negative 3. Oh, I'm dividing both sides by a negative. So what's going to happen? My inequality sign will flip. We'll have our y by itself on this side, and 18 divided by negative 3 is negative 6. So oftentimes it's best for us to have a clear idea of what this means to write our variable first. So when I'm writing my variable first, the entire inequality kind of flips around. So that would look like something like this. Y is greater than or equal to negative 6. It's like I'm reading it backwards. Y, and if I read this symbol backwards, is greater than or equal to negative 6. So we can flip the entire inequality around so it's a little bit more easier to read and understand. Okay, let's do a couple more. Number 2. Again, this will be pretty straightforward. We'll subtract 2m from both sides. So we'll have 2m minus 3 is less than 6. We'll add 3 to both sides. 2m is less than 9. Divide by 2. And m is less than 9/2. Okay, let's do one more example. I think you get the gist of it. First, we'll deal with the parentheses by distributing. So number 3, we'll distribute that 2, and I'll have 2k minus 6 is greater than 6 plus 3k minus 3. Combine some like terms, and I have 2k minus 6 is greater than 6, 6 minus 3 is 3, is greater than 3 plus 3k. 3 plus 3k. Okay, so we did our parentheses, we combined like terms on both sides of the inequality. Now let's move some stuff around, combining like terms to one side of the inequality. So I will subtract 3k here, subtract 3k, get negative 1k minus 6 is greater than 3. Add 6, add 6, negative 1k is greater than 9. About to divide both sides by a negative, dividing both sides by negative 1, so our inequality sign will flip. Dividing both sides by negative, so I get k. Flip my inequality is less than negative 9. Okay. I think that'll be enough examples for us to be able to work through this assignment. So thank you for watching this video, and have a great evening.